What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Carolina Custom Classics. Today, we're back on the 57 Chevrolet that I just picked up. We're going to see if we can get the old girl to run today, so stay tuned. Alright, so I picked up another 57. I gave it a nice, good, long walk around in the first video of it, where I cleaned it out and everything, got it ready for this. But here she is for the new watchers out there. She is a solid old girl. The roughest thing on this car is the floors. It needs floors and trunk pan, but I think that's mostly due, honestly, to the guy being a construction worker, and he had a lot of cans in there, and it had some kind of stuff in there that ate the floors out. So anyways, here's my 1957 Chevrolet. It has the Blue Flame 6-cylinder in it, straight 6. So we're going to see if we can get the old girl to run. I'm feeling hopeful, and we're going to see if she spins over, and we're going to try and just pour some gas down her and hook the battery up and see what happens. I put some PB down the cylinder, so y'all don't worry about that. And we're going to spin it over a little bit to build up some oil pressure first before we do try to officially crank on her. But anyways, y'all stay tuned and let's see her come back to life. Well, we got some more weight reduction. The battery tray is completely gone, and we got the anti-theft proof. We got the black as the positive, and the red as the ground. When somebody tries to steal your stuff and they hook the battery up, it just burns it down to the ground. So anyways, we're gonna go ahead and hook up the battery and see if she'll spin over. Well, first we might disconnect the line going into the fuel pump so we don't get no trash in there and suck up anything from the tank that's been in there for almost 50 years. This car hasn't ran since 1974. As to what the plate or the tag back here says, South Carolina 1974. But alright, we're gonna go ahead and hook up the battery, disconnect the fuel line. Stay tuned. Alright, 30 minutes later, finally got that off. Man, that was a job. I could only go a ½ inch at a time, and I don't know, I think it was cross-threaded or something. It was a pain. But also notice that we have a certified rebuilt carburetor, so that's mint. So anyways, let's go ahead and put in the battery now and spin it over, see what happens, see if it's locked up or spins over or what the deal is. Alright, so I got the negative on, and when I hook up the positive, we're going to listen for any sparks or psst or anything like that. And if we start smelling anything, we're going to disconnect this bad boy. No sparks. Wow, that's awesome. So now we're just going to see if we see any smoke or smell anything, and if not, we're going to carry on. I think we're good. Open up the door. It smells like lacquer thinner and dead possum up in here. But luckily, oh, if I can fit in here, we actually have a key in this one. So we're gonna try the key, see what happens. Wow. Generator light and the blinker came on. Alright, so let's turn it over. Cross your fingers. Oh, we got bad ground. Yep. We can leave the key in there. Alright. Bad ground or something. Not connected good enough on the battery cable, but it did act like it wanted to turn over. So we're going to try and get these cables on there a little bit better. And we might have to clean up the ground cable and go from there. Alright, after beating on the cable with a wrench, let's try it again. I got power again. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She's spinning. That's hopeful. That means we're gonna get this old girl to run. So, with that being said, let's just try and put some gas in the car. I mean, let's fill up the bowl and just hit it and see what happens. I mean, I have not touched anything on this car. I just got it yesterday and I just cleaned it out, and we're gonna see what's gonna happen. I mean, I'm feeling really hopeful on this one. I think it's gonna be a really good car. So let's put some gas in it. Alright, so I'm gonna try and fill it down the vent tube, but mostly just gonna flood the carburetor. But that's should be plenty. Spilt too much, but it's all good. Alright, let's see what happens. First crank in 47 years maybe. Let's see. Come on. Alright, here we go. Alright. Well, something ain't working. I believe we ain't getting spark. Probably the points. So what we're going to do now is take my spark tester, see if we're getting spark, and if we are, then it might be flooded maybe, but we'll go from there. Alright, so I got my one-man 3000 hooked up to the starter. I got the key on, so we know we're going to get fire. I got my spark tester light here hooked up. Basically, you just plug it into one side of your plug wire and plug it onto the spark plug, and there's a light bulb in here. And every time it goes over it, if you're getting fire, it'll light up. So let's hit it and see. Nope, we're not getting no fire. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut off the key and pop off the cap, and we're gonna start working on the points, most likely. Alright, so I got the cap off. I'm trying to get y'all in there so y'all can see the points. Hope y'all can see that pretty good. As you can see, they're very corroded, so we're gonna have to sand that off to get some spark going. So we're gonna go ahead and disconnect the battery just for good measures. And what we're gonna do is open up the points, put in the sandpaper, and just work it back and forth till you get a good surface and make good contact on. So kind of hard to do with these wires in the way, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop off these, get them out the way, put that over there. Alright, let's go ahead and take the cap off. You always want to make sure you notice what direction the rotor button is facing. Man, it's corroded in there. We're gonna be lucky we get some fire in this one. But anyways, let's give it a try. Oh man, see that come off of there? Alright, just work it back and forth. Keep working it. Turn to the other side. Now let's try and make it a little bit more narrow. Just keep working it back and forth. Just like so. Alright, so now what we're going to do is put the cable back on. And we're gonna spin it over and see if we're getting any spark. Alright, so I'm gonna bring y'all down after I filed the points. Probably about the best I can with sandpaper. I'm gonna see if we got any spark now. Got the key on. Let's go ahead and hit it and see if we got spark. Nope, no spark. So, might be a bad call maybe. So, we're gonna continue sanding a little bit, see what happens.
2 hours later.
Alright, so after filing for 30 minutes, finally got some spark. Hopefully y'all can see it. We do got spark now. Even though now the battery's gonna be dead, but hopefully you did get to see the spark. So anyways, we're gonna charge the battery and put everything back together and try it again. So I charged the battery for a few minutes. Hopefully it's on there, been on there long enough. But we're gonna hit it and see if we got spark coming through here now. We do, but it's very light. Not really sure if that's gonna be enough to crank it or not. But we're gonna let it charge for a few more minutes. And if I have to, we'll cut on the light and we'll give it a try. I mean, she is putting some spark through there, but the condenser looked pretty weak. Now, I could go ahead and change out the condenser. I may have one around here somewhere. So, I may do that. So, alright, we'll see. Oh, it's almost dark, but we're going to give this one shot. And if not, we'll resume tomorrow. Let's put a little bit of gas in here. That should be enough. Let's give it a couple of one of those. And let's go in and turn the key. See what happens. I'm feeling hopeful. As long as the battery will hold up. Come on now. Oh. Boy. I mean, she cranked right up. Cranked right up. Go figure. Amazing. Amazing. Awesome. That's how easy it can be, y'all. A little bit more gas up in there. And I'm going to crank it up out here this time. I'm going to hook up my one-man 3000 and do it out here so y'all can see it better. Here we go. Awesome. Man, that is beyond cool. I wish I could fill it in the bowl. Let's try and fill it in the bowl and see if we can get it to idle. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back. Day 2, getting this old girl to run again. I left the battery charging overnight. She should be good and charged, but you just never know with the old never start. But anyways, I don't have too much fuel, so we can't run it too long, but we're going to try and see if we can get it to idle for a few seconds and just see how she sounds. She has a quart low on all, so we can't, I mean, it should be fine and safe and everything, but we don't want to, you know, run it too long. But anyways, I worked into the night last night, finally got it to run. I was very pleased with it. It sounded great. All the lights worked, even the brake lights. I mean, it's just an amazing car. I mean, there is no sparkage when I hooked up the battery cables, and I mean, I'm just happily pleased with this car. I mean, I couldn't have asked for a better project. So anyways, we're gonna try and get it to idle. Stay tuned. Alright, so I just filled up the bowl. Let's turn on the key. Alright, key is on. And let's give it a one of those. Hit it and see what happens. Almost. There we go. She's trying. Let me set y'all up. I don't know, we might be out of gas already. Well, there you have it. She runs after 47 years. She is back alive. Sounded good. We're going to definitely change out the oil, get in some fresh dinosaurs in her, and see if we can get her to idle. And I mean, the next step after that is just getting her to drive. I don't really know. I found a lot of drum shoes in the car, so it obviously needs some brakes, but hopefully they're not locked up or anything, and we might can try and put on some tires, because I doubt these will hold air. I think one of them is, but we'll put on some new tires and see if it'll drive, see if the brakes will pump up, which I'm not too hopeful with that, because I never have good luck with brakes, as many of y'all know. But anyways, I appreciate y'all for watching and sticking with me and seeing me save this old girl. And please hit that like if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you want to see more. That's what we definitely want to do more of, is Will It Run videos. So if you want to see more Will It Run videos, please hit that subscribe, and I'll be back with you soon. Take care, y'all.